everyone for coming to Winnetka, Illinois. Appreciate all the support, all the friends that I see, all the family that has come from Boston and New York and Milwaukee and Ann Arbor. Friends that have come from Grand Rapids and Holland, Michigan, and where?
Elburn, Illinois.
And Elburn, Illinois, exactly. So thank you one and all, and I know that the Pages have some friends here also. I just want to quickly introduce Bill, who is the author of the book, who chose to write about Alan, and he will tell you how and why. But I kind of want to quote a Woody Allen comment that sits above my desk, which is, "There's no substitute for reading, and there never will be." Yay. I'm sure Alan agreed with that. So with no further ado, here is Bill McGrane.
Thank you very much. Boy, it's great to see everybody. The first thing I want to do is thank Roberta, who's back here, who owns this store. And I'd like to, I know of all the efforts that she put into making tonight work. And I also thank her for her counsel to me in working on the book and her guidance. So thanks, Berta. Many of you know that Roberta and I are somewhat more than friends. And have been for quite a while. Now there are some people out here thinking, what's he mean? Well, my definition is, I make the bed in the morning, I do the laundry, I feed the birds, but that's a good thing because Roberta's still working and I'm retired. But thank you, Roberta. Roberta mentioned that we have family here and it's terrific. We have, is Julie get here? Julie's here. Hi, Jules. Julie fought her way from New York through about 4 hours delay to get here. Julie and Martha, and Martha's daughter, Avery. And I see Annie and John Rubin. Where are the other guys? Are they here? They're around. Dave and Lila, and my daughter Katie is back here, and my son Pete is somewhere, and he has with him William Daniel McGrane, who's age 5 now, who is my namesake. Very fine fellow.
I can attest to that.
That's right. He met Alan and is extremely fond of Alan. And my gosh, we have so many friends here tonight. It's just terrific, all the people I've seen. I'm looking out at friendly faces, and I am stunned because here on this side of the room, I see Jerry Markbride. And Jerry, as many of you will know, is a very prominent NFL official. He's the only man who refereed 4 Super Bowl games. And Jerry, what are you doing? What do you want?
Alan never had a penalty flag thrown on him by me. I've been waiting 3 years.
All right.
Great.
Awesome. That is so cute.
And well deserved. I saw Jerry a week ago, and I said, I wrote this book about Alan Page. He said he complained more than anybody on the field. I wrote the book. Peeking over the counter back here is Mitch Rogatz from Triumph Books. And Mitch called me and asked me if I would be interested in writing a book about Grant Tarkington. I wasn't. But he set me thinking that the person who really was the story was Alan Page. So I got in touch with Alan, and 3 years ago we started kind of working with this deal, and it took a long time for us to get kind of an agreement to do it. I had first presented this wonderful plan where I talked about the fact that Alan was a great football player, a respected jurist, and he had done wonderful things for children. What's better? And I told this to Alan, and as my late friend Jim Fix would say, he lacked enthusiasm. And he said to me that he wanted, if we did a story, he didn't want a story that was just about him. He wanted a story that involved other people and involved the fact that all of us have capability to, as my title says, all rise, to be all risers and help other people, benefit other people and benefit ourselves in doing that. Well, once we got together on that, we got going. And I learned a lot about Alan in the time that we worked together. I know all of the surface stuff of what a remarkable athlete he was. Alan Page was the first defensive football player, to be named the most valuable player in the NFL, which was unheard of. It's Cherry Mark Crichton test. There were always quarterbacks or running backs who got that honor. Alan won it. He became a lawyer while he was going to playing for the Vikings. He was a lawyer. He worked in the Attorney General's office. He then ran for and won a seat on the Supreme Court after he had made a small adjustment in his schedule and sued the governor of Minnesota to get on the ballot. He's the first African American elected to a major office in the state of Minnesota. His foundation, the Page Education Foundation, which is 22 years old, has helped more than 4,000 young people better their position in life through education beyond their secondary education. They might go to college, they might go to a trade school, but they were given an opportunity which they had to take. They weren't just given a gift, they had to take an opportunity, and Alan, I'm sure, can tell you a little more about that. But over 4,000 kids have gone on to better themselves through Alan's program. He's a Hall of Famer in football. He's a Hall of Fame dad, a Hall of Fame grandfather, a Hall of Fame husband, and probably a dessert Hall of Famer as well. He runs 5 miles in the morning, so the dessert doesn't stick with him too long. I do want to say one thing quickly before I turn this over to Alan. And when you read the book, you'll see that there are people that I call all risers who are in the book. They're people who have done to some degree what Alan Page is doing in helping others. Some of them are here with us tonight, and I just would really like to acknowledge them. I'm not sure, I think they're all here, but we'll see. The first one is Mike Green. Mike, where are you? Here. I know, okay, we're gonna be patient. Mike Green is right back there. He's an all-riser. Jim Osborne. Ozzy, all right. You'll see in the book how Ozzy and Alan conspired to block a field goal that didn't stay blocked. Peter Dickinson. Is Peter here? Peter Dickinson. Okay. Pat and Mike Coldyke, who are right. Where's Patty? There she is. Okay, Pat. Tonga Bears equipment manager, Tony Midland, who's right back there. He-Man. Andre Cowling, he's a lot taller than Tony, so you he's right here next to Alan. And Jackie Reno. Jackie's here. There's Jackie right here in front. These people are all risers, and I'm sure that there are many all risers right here in this room. Don't get me wrong. These are just ones that I knew something of their stories and wrote it. And they're in the book. Thanks for coming. And it's a very memorable night for me. I'm sure it is for Alan. And I didn't introduce the lady of the family. Where is she? Where's Diane Page?
I'm back here.
She's where I would be if I didn't have to be up here.
She would be here. I'm very happy being here. A few words from